This is Damon Stevens, FinWealth Builders. Today is December 21st, 2021 on a Monday, and this is a stock market update for trades of the day. So let's take a look at the market and see what's going on besides Rocket Monday. So looking at the overall market, you can see the Dow Jones closed up 0.98%, NASDAQ up 1.39%, and S&P 500 up 1.38%. So boy, no resting for the stocks. We are definitely seeing the Santa Claus rally here that we'll talk about here in a second. And we talked about in the multiple videos. So you can see here on the heat map, pretty much overall red across the board, except for Amazon had a little bit pullback, Disney as well. But the rest of the market, really, really good day. Most of the FANG stocks did really, really well today. Looking at the scanner, MBOT was the top one, 65.13. I did not trade any of these. The volumes are a little lower than I like to see, and had plenty of stocks to trade, especially with these FANG stocks moving up. So let's take a look at some charts here and see what's going on. So here's Santa Claus the rally, just to review for those who have not seen this. Basically, this is just tracking, the last 5 days of the year plus the first 2 days, what's the market typically done. And typically, for the most part, market's always up in the end of the year. So knowing that, that can help you at least plan your trades. It's, to plan on a possibility rally doesn't mean you just automatically just buy and not think about it, but it does mean that, typically, most of the time you're going to see increasing prices and some type of rally at the end. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. If you look at AVGO, we've been tracking this one for months and trading. And you see that, again, another high today. You can see our trend line we have up here, and it just continues to climb up that trend line. We talked about our goal last week, getting around the 700 range, 696.88 to be exact is our goal. So we'll see if that gets there in a day or two, or maybe by the end of the week. And hopefully, you're not seeing a pullback. So hopefully it can continue to climb there for us. Tesla, we talked about this last night in our video that we we're coming up possibly to the top of a channel, and that's what we did today. We actually just spiked through it a little bit, and then we pulled back down from this resistance line here and our resistance trend line. So really the question to look at Tesla, is Tesla going to go with the bull run here? If it can break out above this 1100, it may break up here and go towards this 1200 mark. So that's a possibility. But we also have this downward channel here where you can see that Tesla's just kind of gone back and forth as it's gone down. So it's possible that there could be a little bit of retracement down. And does it go all the way down to the bottom here, this trend line? Maybe, but we'll see. But we got to really watch that breakout in the morning. So the morning is going to be really critical to see, do we break out above 1100 for another rally up? Or do we stay below the 1100 and we start to pull back? So look for that tomorrow as the market opens. Amazon, you can see here that after hitting a high, we've just been going down on this channel. Again, very much like you've been seeing Tesla. We've been consolidating right here and trying to rally back up, but have not got through it yet. We've got to break this resistance level here at 34.47, and then went up 34.68 to start rallying back up here. So we'll see. But for right now, Amazon's on a downtrend, so just be careful if you're trying to go long on this stock. And also watch the 200 here. Moving average is an area for support. Shopify was on a downward trend as well. You can see here. And then now we started to rally back up a little bit, and we're above the 200. So this drew this new line in here. So we can see if this stock continues to trend up and not break out and then possibly go down again. So looking for Shopify to see if it can, break up to the north side now. NVIDIA, same thing, downward trend, break up, actually broke out of the trend line. So it's up here above the trend lines here, and the first resistance line. Next resistance is 309. So we'll see if we can bust through that and start to go towards, go back up towards the highs. Or if we're going to pull back here, we could possibly trace back this candle, which is 297. So looking for NVIDIA to show us a direction that wants to go. Hopefully it's with the bulls. Align, you can see here, we talked about this as well in our videos. We got this channel. I can zoom out a little bit so it's a little easier to see. We've got this channel where we're going up, kind of back and forth and up and down here. So we're just looking to see Sorry, I had to mute my computer. So you're just starting to see here, do we tighten here before we break out, or do we tighten and break down? So looking for a line. And a lot of times, a lot of people trade this, and I've done it before as well on multiple stocks, where you just kind of trade the top and bottoms. But you have to be careful for the breakout. So just something to be aware of. Facebook. So Facebook, you can see here today, the alerts were going off, and you notice that today, we've been in this kind of downward sloping channel, come back up, and we came right up to resistance here, and it's been actually trending downward. So this is a critical area to try to break through. It did hit resistance, did stop right there at 346.73. So hopefully we can break above that. If we do, we can start to break back out and possibly go towards new highs. If not, then, if it does get resistance like it did back here, we could pull back. And we do have a gap to fill down here now. So just be careful and wait, make sure you confirm the breakout before you go full on in. So the next stock is Netflix. And so Netflix, you can see here, downward trend very much like the others that we've been reviewing. And now finally a pull up to try to break out. So looking at Netflix to see if it can rally up here, the 200 and the 100s are all right here. It does need to be above the 50, which is at 624.67. So we'll see if we can get a rally up here and bust out of this and rally up here with new highs with the rest of the stocks that are, look very similar in their chart patterns. ARC is still weak. Is still looking to break out of here. It's still got to get above that 20. AVAX. Talked about this in our videos as well. These three biotech stocks around the vaccines and the virus. You can see that it pulled down here. Talked about this possibly making a double bottom. It looks like it made some progress down that way with a little bit of gap it left there. So looks like we're still headed down that way to possibly create a double bottom. Moderna, see here, we're in this downward slope. So where do we break out? Could we double bottom and break out? Or do we continue this downward trend, and at some point we're going to fail and go through? So be careful. I'm more, I see more of a short side right now than a long side on Moderna. And the same goes with BNTX. So BNTX, you can see here, it's in this wedge here. So we'll see how tight it gets before it figures out how to break up, or if it's going to break down. But it is, following our trend line, so that makes it easier to trade and to monitor. Government bonds, you can see here, the government bonds here is still flat right here between the moving averages. US oil, nice jump today. So tracing this big breakdown candle, and let me put a line on it. Let's make it easier. So you see we got this big breakdown candle that we had here, and we've been retracing back up it. So 78.09 is going to be our next resistance level. We got to break through. Hopefully we break through that one, and if so, then we can start to head back towards hopefully 84. Dollar flat in this channel, so not much to speak about there. The VIX is pulled back. It's still under 18, so that's good. That's helped us to see this rally that we have going on. So just watch the VIX in the morning to make sure that it hasn't started going up. SPY, brand new highs. Boy, this thing just rocket right. I had no idea that it was gonna hit 477 today. I thought maybe this week or a couple of weeks, but it just rocketed, right past resistance, right up to this new high. So what's next? It can either retrace, since it's at kind of in no man land, the place where it hasn't been before. It could retrace back possibly down to 473, 472 before bouncing up again if we're in the same this rally. Or it could just continue on from here, and the next area would probably be around 482, 481, 482, according to what I have on my chart here, and then possibly eventually up to 485. So we'll see what happens. See if we get another rocket ride tomorrow. Triple Qs, all the indexes are moving together, so that's very bullish across the board. So just keep that in mind. But triple Qs, not a new high, but broke up through resistance and headed towards that high. Semiconductors, booming again up towards the highs as well, 318.82. So it will be resistance, and also if it breaks through it, would be a brand new high. IWM is trying to rally back up and catch up with everybody. You see we got this trend line here at 224. 224 completes this W, and we should be breaking out and hopefully heading back up towards, the new highs here. So definitely seeing a lot of strength in the Russell. So just definitely some trades in there. Dow Jones pulled down as well, kind of created a little bit of a W and almost to the new highs here. 365, 64 is kind of where we're headed, and probably be overhead resistance, may pull back a little bit unless it's a really strong trend, and we push through it. Financials were pulling back. We got a W started here. You can see here the W. So it's possible that if we get over 29 that we could start to rally back up on the financials. Bitcoin, you see Bitcoin's just tracing down and coming right up to a trend line, which means if it breaks through here, we possibly be trying to go back up to the upside. So something to be aware of. Luna took a pullback here, after hitting new highs again, and up at the highs here. So just be aware of that. I'm going to watch this one. If it breaks support, I'll get out and just wait for it to kind of recover. Most of my profits all been locked in above it anyway. Rose got out of that. It broke the 50. And so we'll see if it gets support here at the 100 and can bounce off that. But that's a good one. Matic. So Matic hit the new high and then pull back. So we'll see if we can hold that and kind of rally back up on that stock, on that crypto. All right, so CRV USD. So I had this backed out here just so you could see that we're kind of in this wedge. So CRV is pulled back after hitting the top of this wedge. So it could possibly kind of go back and forth through here before breaking out or breaking down. So just be aware of that if you're trading it, that you're aware of, which direction and which level it's at, depending on what your purposes are going to be, whether it's long-term hold or short-term hold. But definitely looking for a breakout here in the near future. AVAX hit our trend line twice here. So it didn't break through. We're hoping it's going to break through and go towards highs again. And new highs, it has not. It looks like it's kind of weakening. So we'll see if it can trail through here and break through. If not, then we could possibly come into back down to support around 76. Spell USD. Spell USD is, hit a high this back on the 3rd of November. And it's been trending down, and for a while now it's trending back up. So looking to see if we can get a continuation play up towards the highs there, 25.75 up to 38.60 and possibly above. So that's our cryptos. That's our stocks. That's what we're looking for this week is the Santa Claus rally. Be really careful. Market can pull back really, really quick because of this level of volatility because we have low volumes. So, and I expect low volumes to happen, over this next week or so. So just be aware of that. Be safe. Lock in your profits. If you're doing anything for tax purposes or whatever else, this is the time to, consider that obviously because there's only 3 more trading days this week. So Friday, the market is closed for the U.S. So just prepare and plan according to your plan. And good luck. And we'll talk tomorrow night and see how your trades went for the day.